Let me ask you something. When you walk into your living room, does it invite you to sit and take a breath? Or does it quietly remind you of things you haven't done yet? At this stage in life, peace is not a luxury. It's a necessity. And today, I want to gently walk with you through 10 habits, simple, practical ones, that can help make your home feel less like a list of chores and more like a sanctuary. These are the kinds of habits that older adults with peaceful homes often do every single day. Not to impress anyone, not to stay busy, but to feel good, inside and out. You won't need new tools, a long checklist, or a full day of energy. Just a few minutes, a little rhythm, and a bit of care. Stay with me until the end because habit number 10 is the one that changed everything for me, and it might just change something for you too. Let's begin. 1. A gentle goodbye to the day. There's a quiet power in ending the day with intention. Before turning in for the night, many older adults take just a few minutes to gently bring their home back to a state of calm. It's not about deep cleaning or getting everything perfect. It's about a soft reset, a moment of care. They might fold the blanket they used during the day, straighten a pillow, carry a teacup to the sink, place a book back on the shelf, dim the lights, maybe light a small candle with a calming scent, like lavender or vanilla. Just these few small actions can send a message to both your home and your heart. The day is done, and now we rest. This simple ritual can make a real difference. When you wake up the next morning and step into a space that already feels tidy and peaceful, your day begins with ease, not with a list of things you forgot to do. And if you're someone who sometimes feels overwhelmed by housework, this habit is a gentle way to stay ahead of the mess. A small nightly reset helps prevent piles from building up. You avoid waking up to clutter that pulls at your energy and attention. Some people like to add music to this moment. Others dim the lights slowly or breathe in an essential oil that helps them wind down. You can personalize it however you like. What matters is that you're giving your home, your companion in daily life, a little care before you close your eyes. And that care returns to you in the form of calm, clarity, and comfort. Tonight, before you head to bed, try it. Look around your space. What's one small thing you can straighten, clear, or gently put back? Do it just for you. Then take a breath and rest. 2. Letting the morning in. There's something quietly powerful about opening a window in the morning. It's such a small act, almost forgettable. But for many older adults with calm, welcoming homes, this is one of the first things they do each day. Even just 5 or 10 minutes of fresh air can shift the energy in a room and in your body. You see, over time, the air inside our homes becomes still. It holds on to the smell of last night's dinner, pet dander, cleaning products, and just the natural scent of life. Without even noticing it, the atmosphere begins to feel heavy. And when the windows stay shut day after day, that heaviness can settle in. But when you open a window, even just a crack, you let the house breathe. You let yourself breathe. It might be the kitchen while the coffee brews, or the bedroom while you get dressed. That little breeze carries something new into your space. It clears the air, softens the mood, and reminds you that today is a fresh start. For me, this habit began years ago. I realized my home felt clean, but not fresh. One chilly morning, I opened a window just a few inches while I made breakfast. The difference it made was almost instant. Since then, it's part of my rhythm. If you live in a place where opening the windows isn't easy, maybe because of allergies or cold weather, there are still ways to bring freshness in. Try a small fan near a window to move the air around, or set out a bowl of baking soda with a few drops of essential oil. Lavender or citrus are both lovely. You can also simmer a small pot of water with orange peels and cinnamon. That scent fills the home with warmth. Whatever method you choose, Remember this: clean homes don't just look good, they feel good. And part of that feeling comes from the air itself. So tomorrow morning, before you do anything else, try opening a window. Let the light in. Let the air move. Let the breeze remind you that every day is a chance to begin again. 3. Just 10 minutes to breathe easier. You don't need to clean the whole house to feel better. Sometimes, just 10 quiet minutes of focus can shift the entire energy of your space. Many older adults with calm and organized homes don't spend their days constantly tidying. Instead, they commit to one simple habit: a short, daily declutter. It's not about getting everything perfect. It's about giving one small area some attention every single day. That could be a nightstand, a side table, a kitchen drawer, or even the pile of papers on the counter that you've been meaning to sort for weeks. This habit works because it's manageable. You're not facing the whole house, just one little corner of it. You can even set a timer if it helps, but there's no rush. The point is not to finish, it's simply to begin. Pick up one item and ask, do I need this? Does it belong here? Could I give it away, throw it out, or put it where it actually goes? The answers are usually clear once you start. For me, this began with a single messy drawer. It was filled with old pens, faded receipts, batteries that no longer worked, and cords I didn't recognize. Clearing it out only took a few minutes, but when I closed that drawer, I felt something lift. It was as if the air moved more freely, as if my thoughts did too. That's the quiet gift of decluttering. It clears more than just the space. It clears your mind. Over time, this practice becomes less about tidying and more about honoring yourself. You start to see your space not as a burden, but as a reflection of care. And once you make it part of your daily rhythm, it no longer feels like a chore. It becomes second nature, an act of calm, a form of self-respect. If you're not sure where to begin, look around your home with soft eyes. Is there one spot that makes you sigh every time you pass it? That's your place. Start there. Pick up the first object and simply ask, where does this go? That's all. 10 minutes later, you'll likely feel lighter, calmer, and a little more at peace in your home. 4. Starting the day with stillness and order. It may seem like a small thing, but making the bed each morning carries more meaning than most people realize. For many older adults with peaceful homes, this gentle act is one of the first things they do when they wake up. Not because it looks fancy, not to impress anyone, but because it marks the beginning of a new day. It's a way to say, quietly and clearly, I'm awake, I'm here, and I'm ready to begin. Making the bed doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need crisp hospital corners or matching pillows. You simply straighten the sheets, smooth the blanket, and arrange the pillows in a way that feels right to you. Some people like to open the window first, let in a little light, maybe even spray a bit of lavender mist on the pillows to carry a soft scent through the day. It's a small ritual, but it sets the tone. There's something deeply comforting about walking into a bedroom later in the day and seeing a made bed. It feels like the room is waiting for you, like it's saying, welcome back, you've done well today. And when things around us feel uncertain or out of control, this one small act can create a sense of steadiness, of quiet order. For many people, this habit becomes a grounding point, a way to start each morning with a small success. And the truth is, when your bed is made, the rest of the room feels lighter too. It's like a ripple effect, starting in that one corner of your home and gently spreading outward. If you've never been in the habit of making your bed, try it for 1 week, just 7 days. See how it feels. You might be surprised at how such a simple gesture can lift your mood, settle your mind, and help your space feel more like a place of rest and pride. 5. Tiny wipes. Big impact. When you think of a clean home, what image comes to mind first? For many people, it's clear surfaces. A tidy kitchen counter, a bathroom sink without splashes, a dining table free of crumbs and clutter. And for seniors who maintain a sense of calm in their homes, wiping these surfaces isn't a big project. It's simply part of their rhythm. They don't wait for things to get messy. Instead, they care for each space in small, steady moments. After brushing their teeth, they might take a cloth and quickly wipe the bathroom sink. After cooking breakfast, a few seconds to clean the counter. These aren't chores to be dreaded or delayed. They're soft habits. Quiet reminders that this space matters, and so do they. And the beauty of it is, when you do it daily, it never becomes overwhelming. Most of the time, you don't need strong chemicals or scrubbing brushes. A soft cloth and warm water are enough. Some like to keep a simple spray bottle with vinegar and water, or use microfiber towels tucked neatly under the sink. These tools make it easy to clean without hassle. You reach, you wipe, and you move on, feeling just a little more settled with each pass. This habit brings more than visual tidiness. It brings emotional calm. A clean surface invites you to breathe, to pause, to enjoy your home without distraction. When your table is clear, you may feel more like reading a book or writing a letter. When your sink sparkles, even washing your hands feels more peaceful. These spaces reflect your care, not only for your home, but for yourself. And if reaching down or bending is difficult, there are ways to make it easier. Keep your supplies within arm's reach. Use long-handled tools. Focus only on the areas you touch most: the bathroom counter, the coffee table, the kitchen island. You don't need to scrub every surface. Just stay gently present with the spaces you use. Try it today. Wipe one surface, just one. Then take a breath and notice how your space and your mind feel a little lighter. 6. Clean where life happens most. When we imagine a clean home, we often picture spotless floors. No crumbs, no dust, no pet hair. But the truth is, you don't need to sweep or vacuum every room every day to feel at ease. Older adults with calm, comfortable homes understand something simple yet powerful. Focus on the areas you use the most, just the high traffic spots. That small shift in thinking can make all the difference. The kitchen floor, the hallway to the bathroom, the space near your favorite chair. These are the places where daily life leaves its little traces. A few crumbs here, a bit of lint there. But by paying attention to just these key areas, you create the feeling of a clean home without wearing yourself out. A quick sweep in the kitchen after breakfast, a light vacuum near the door where leaves or dust collect. It doesn't have to take more than a couple of minutes. Some people keep a cordless vacuum nearby, ready to go. Others use a small handheld broom and dustpan. And many seniors today find comfort in using a robot vacuum. Set it to run at the same time each day, and it quietly keeps your floors fresh while you enjoy your afternoon tea or read a book. You don't need to do it all. You just need to do what matters most to you. If you have pets, this habit is especially helpful. A quick clean around their sleeping or eating area keeps fur and food bits from building up. And if bending is difficult, tools with longer handles or lightweight vacuums can ease the strain. You can even create a simple routine. Monday could be the hallway, Tuesday the kitchen, Wednesday the space by your recliner. Just 1 or 2 areas each day is enough. Over time, these small efforts create a big sense of calm. The floors you walk on affect how grounded you feel in your home. When they're tidy, even just in the spots you see most, you feel more at ease. You move more freely. You think more clearly. It's a quiet comfort, but one that truly matters. 7. A sink that smiles back. There's something almost magical about waking up to a clean, empty sink. It sets the tone for the entire day. For many older adults with peaceful homes, keeping the sink clear isn't about rules or routines. It's about creating a space that feels calm and ready. A full sink, especially overnight, can weigh on you. It adds visual noise, creates stress, and can even attract unwanted pests. But an empty sink, rinsed and wiped down, quietly says, "You're already a little ahead today." This habit doesn't take long. After the last cup of tea or evening snack, you simply rinse the dishes and either place them in the dishwasher or wash them by hand. If something needs to soak, you place it in warm soapy water with the clear intention of returning shortly. Not hours later. Once the sink is empty, a quick rinse, maybe a wipe with vinegar or a sprinkle of baking soda, leaves it fresh and shining. Some people like to take this moment a little further. They might wipe the faucet or shine the handles. It only takes a minute, but it transforms the space. In the morning, when you enter the kitchen and see that clean, open sink, there's a feeling of lightness. You don't start the day already behind. You start it with a small success already in your pocket. If this feels like a challenge at first, try doing it just before bed for 3 nights in a row. Let it be the last thing you do in the kitchen, a gentle pause before rest. You might be surprised how much this small habit changes not just how your kitchen looks, but how your home feels. A clean sink is often the first sign that a home is cared for. And when your home feels cared for, so do you. 8. Taming the paper before it piles. Paper clutter has a way of sneaking in quietly. One envelope on the table, a flyer from the grocery store, a receipt you meant to file, a note from the doctor's office, all harmless on their own. But left untouched, they start to gather. Before long, your counter feels crowded, your desk looks busy, and your mind feels heavier than it should. Older adults who keep their homes peaceful understand that it's not about having no paper. It's about handling it before it becomes a burden. The secret is in creating a small daily routine. When the mail arrives, it gets sorted right away. Junk mail goes directly into the recycling bin. Bills are placed in a dedicated spot, maybe a small tray or a labeled folder. Magazines or catalogs are either placed neatly in a basket to read later or recycled the same day. The key is simple. Nothing gets left sitting just for now. Some people like to keep one single tray for all incoming paper, placed near the front door or in the kitchen. Then, each evening, they take 5 quiet minutes to go through it. If it's important, they file it. If it requires action, like paying a bill or returning a form, they write it on their calendar. And if it's no longer needed, they let it go. This tiny habit clears more than surfaces. It clears the mental noise that comes with feeling disorganized. For those who like structure, colored folders can help. One for medical papers, one for home maintenance, one for personal notes or reminders. That way, even when your memory isn't perfect, your system is. Everything has a place, and that brings peace. This habit isn't about catching up on years of paper all at once. It's simply about staying gently on top of what comes in today. When you do that consistently, the piles stop forming, your counters stay open, your home feels lighter, and your mind, your beautiful, busy mind, gets a little more room to breathe. 9. Little touches that say you're home. The most peaceful homes aren't always the ones that are spotless. They're the ones that feel lived in, with care, with warmth, and with intention. Older adults who create cozy, comforting spaces understand the quiet value of personal touches. A soft throw draped over a favorite chair, a scented candle that reminds you of spring, a photo on the wall that makes you smile every time you walk by. These aren't just decorations. They're emotional anchors, small reminders that this space belongs to you. These touches don't have to be expensive or elaborate. In fact, the simplest ones are often the most meaningful. A lamp with soft yellow light near your reading nook, a ceramic bowl that holds your keys by the door, a small radio that plays the songs you grew up with. These details say, "This is my place. I feel at ease here." Adding comfort to your home doesn't require a big makeover. It's about choosing things that feel good to you. not what's trendy, not what looks perfect, just what makes your spirit feel a little more grounded, a little more seen. A woven basket can hold your favorite magazines. A piece of fabric from a trip years ago can become a table runner. Even a small plant on the windowsill can brighten the room and your mood. And comfort is not only about what we see, it's also about scent, sound, and touch. The smell of cinnamon or lavender, the sound of a clock ticking gently in the background, the feel of your favorite robe draped across the back of the door. These sensory details work together to say, "You're home, you're safe, you belong here." If you're not sure where to start, ask yourself this: what object in your home brings you peace or joy? What's one small thing you could add or rearrange that would make a space feel more inviting? It might be lighting, it might be softness, it might be silence. Whatever it is, let it reflect you. Because a house becomes a home not through its size or its style, but through the little things that remind you again and again that you are cared for and surrounded by comfort. 10. One quiet victory every day. At this stage of life, we're no longer racing. We're not proving ourselves, not chasing approval. We are choosing what matters most, and that includes how we speak to ourselves. One quiet habit I've noticed among older adults who feel at peace in their homes is this: every single day, they find one small thing to be proud of. Just one. Not a list, not a project, just a moment, a task, an effort, however small, that made the day feel meaningful. Maybe it's that you wiped down the counter after lunch. Maybe you sorted the mail instead of letting it pile up. Maybe you opened the window and let the breeze roll through. These aren't just chores, they're acts of care. And when you take a moment to acknowledge them, to really say to yourself, "I did that and it matters," you start to shift how you feel in your own space. Pride doesn't have to come from something big. It often comes from something gentle and quiet. This habit isn't about setting goals or keeping score. It's about presence. It's about showing up for your home and yourself in whatever way you can that day, and then taking a moment to recognize it, because recognition is a form of love. And in a world that often overlooks the wisdom of older adults, this kind of self-acknowledgement becomes even more powerful. Some people like to write it down, a simple notebook where they jot one sentence each evening. Others just say it aloud while brushing their teeth. "I'm proud I folded the laundry today." That's enough. That's more than enough. Because in a life well lived, peace comes not from doing everything, but from noticing the beauty in what you've already done, from letting yourself rest in the comfort of knowing that you've shown up, in your own way, for your own life. Today. So tonight, before bed, ask yourself gently, what's one small thing I did today that made this home feel more like mine? Find it, name it, feel it, and let that be your quiet victory. You don't need a long checklist to feel at home. You don't need to clean every corner or organize every drawer. What you truly need is rhythm, gentle intention, and a little love poured into your space each day. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've shared. 10 small habits, each one simple, each one meaningful. They are ending the day with a reset, letting fresh air in, doing a 10-minute declutter, making the bed with intention, wiping surfaces as you go, focusing on the floors that matter most, keeping the kitchen sink empty, managing paper before it becomes a pile, adding comforting touches, and choosing one thing each day to feel proud of. These aren't chores, they are quiet rituals, acts of self-respect, ways to stay connected to your home, your routine, your peace of mind. You may already be doing some of them. Maybe others feel new, or even a little out of reach right now. That's perfectly okay. You don't need to do everything at once. Just start with one habit, one corner, one moment of care. Let it settle into your day like an old friend returning home, because at this stage in life, we're not trying to do more. We're trying to do what matters, to create space that lifts us up, not weighs us down. And when your home feels calm, clear, and comforting, it begins to reflect the very best of you, your wisdom, your history, your quiet strength. Until next time, take care of your home and let it take care of you. You deserve to live in a space that brings you peace every single day.